Hey beautiful people, welcome to my channel here and another Draw Too Much sketch lesson where today we are going to continue to work on our caricature that we're drawing here. A very quick caricature that we're throwing together within 15 minutes within 3 videos. If you didn't see the first video yet, please go check it out. 5 minutes to quickly sketch out what you're seeing here on my screen. Believe me, you can do it. It just takes a bit of practice and a bit of time. Now it's going to get technical. Within 5 minutes, I'm going to try and ink this, and that's going to be hard. So let's go ahead and talk about what I'm going to do to set up my pen. We'll do a couple quick tests, and then we're going to set the timer for 5 minutes and give this a go. So let's go ahead and start with what pencil or pen I'm going to use. There's a couple options that we have here. For this one, because I'm focusing on it being a quick caricature, I just want a pen that I can quickly do line work with to get my flow. And then I also want to make sure that my stabilization is turned up enough where it's going to give me enough detail, but at the same time clean out my lines a little bit, okay? So right now I'm using the darker pencil. I got it set to 60 with my stabilization at 9. Now usually I put my stabilization way up. And I'm just going to quickly test it out on the eye and make sure that I'm happy with it. I don't like that so much because I'm getting a little bit more, it's not as thick as I would like, so maybe this pencil wouldn't work out so well, because if I draw a line over a line, you can see right here where that line shows. So let's try something a little different. Let's go over into our pens and go to our G pen, which is what I usually use. This has no kind of overlap, so if you look here, that is pure black in its deepest point there, and we can quickly do line work. Now, making sure that the size of your pen is correct before you start is very important. You want to get the most out of your pen. In the firmest form, you want the thickest line. In the thinnest form, you want the thinnest line. I feel like I can go a little smaller with my brush, and we can get some nice points. And the other thing that we're looking for here is when we do a stroke, we want to make sure that at the tips of these lines, we're getting the sharpest points possible, and I think we're doing that at about 40. Okay, now things get down to the nitty-gritty. Now it's time to start inking our friend here within 5 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to beat this. Don't know if I'm going to make 5 minutes, but we're going to give it our best shot. Let's go ahead and make a new layer on top of all the layers that we have so far, and we're going to give this a shot here. Here we go in 3, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, I'm going to go ahead. Because we are using digital, I can zoom in, which is very helpful, and the goal now is to focus as much detail into each line as humanly possible. Don't worry about little mistakes. Remember, these are quick caricatures. Your goal is to knock these out. The people are there to see something done fast and fun. So you're having fun with the people you're talking, you're making people laugh. That needs to be your ultimate goal. If you're doing a studio piece, then you can focus on putting more time into things. But here and now, in these kinds of caricatures where you're just trying to get it out quickly and help people have a good time, then you're working fast. And that is the only thing you should be focusing on, making sure they're happy and getting the caricature out fast. Okay, make sure that you're using your controls. If you don't have controls set up either on your keyboard or on your tablet, make sure that you set up some controls so that you can get the most out of your board the quickest. I can rotate my canvas, which helps me with my line work. I can set everything up that I need to make my brush bigger or smaller, grab an eraser if need be. Whatever the case is, I just want to focus on getting this done fast, and time is going to run out incredibly quick for me as we're doing this. So everything needs to be done. And if you make a mistake, if you think you can get away with it, don't touch it. Focus on moving on to other parts of the face here. Let's see, we're going to go ahead and make my brush just a little bit bigger because I do like a little bit more line on the side of the face. So here we go. Get this cheekbone in here, or the cheek coming down to the chin. There is a small dimple in the chin, so I'm going to go ahead and bring that in there. Let's bring down this other ear coming down this other way, and then we're going to go ahead and shape out the ear. It's hiding behind the hair a little bit, which we can show in a little bit here, but let's go ahead and draw in the earlobe, which kind of has a fun little point here. There's some other little details in here, but don't focus too much on the ear. There are other things that we need to be putting our time into, and not just focusing on ears. If we're going to get this inked in 3 minutes left, focus on getting the thick and thin lines as well as you can. That is really going to add a lot more dynamic to things. And with your pre-sketches, remember that your pre-sketch is only a concept. You don't have to follow it. Okay, I'm going to go a little bigger and get this skull in here as best I can. And I'm going to quickly come down here and knock the chin in. Remember, thicker lines need to be in places where you aren't seeing as much sun, or areas that you want to exaggerate and force the people's eyes to. So I use these very quickly in outer portions of the face here. Just really quick stuff, okay? And remember, theme park style. This is not something that you have to make absolutely perfect. You're going to want to, but you won't have the time. You just won't have the time. Your goal is to give them something fun. So just get the stuff in and move on. Get the stuff in and move on to the next part. We're doing really, really well here. We're at 2 minutes. I got a little mistake here on the ear. I'm just going to erase that line with my undo button and redraw it again, and then just quickly connect it. And now let's go ahead and get in just the little bit of the hair that's on the other side of the head here. Maybe we can have some fun, do a little bit of tufting coming out the side there, but it needs to be done well, you know, at the same time. We want it to look right, so just a little bit of tufting there. And then finally, I think we're getting really close with 1 minute and 32 seconds left. We're going to go ahead and do his glasses. Glasses are things that you can squeak by on. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to put reflections in the glasses. It's all about just knocking it together. You can get a good form in glasses if they have simple wireframe glasses. That's great. It's easy to knock those together. If they got big, shapely glasses, like big black rim glasses, just focus your time on just getting that black rim as close as you can, but you know, there's only so far you can go. Couple little hairs for the eyebrows here, and just let them kind of do their own thing. Let them get their own feel and walk off to the side. There's no problem with that. There we go. We haven't done the name yet. We only have 47 seconds left. Let's wake him up really quick here with some eyeballs, as we are running out of time very quickly here. So here's one eyeball, and make sure that you get the white in the eyes as close as you can, because that's going to start waking him up and making him look alive. Here we go with the other one. Make sure that you try to get it in about the same place as the other eyeball. Very, very key there. And then in color, we're going to go ahead and fix it up so he looks more alive with a little white in the eye. If you think you can get away with it, grab your white real quick and just dig into it, and that will give him just a little bit of life in there. And when you take it to color, it's going to look really great. Now, we haven't talked about the name. It's a little bit too late in this video. You know what? We're going to go ahead and skip past the 5 minutes because we're going to run out here in a second. Let's go ahead and put the name in here. His shoulders look terrible on this, but remember, we're doing this quick, and we can fix these kinds of things with the name. So let's go ahead very, very, very quickly and get the name put in here. For my own sake, I'm just going to go ahead and drop my opacity on this, and I'm going to make a new layer just for the name. And you need to learn how to draw names fast, and you need to learn how to draw them kind of stylishly. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on its side here, and we're going to go ahead and just write in his name. I'm going to make a video on writing in block letters as I can, and it'll be fun because these are really fun just to knock together really fast. When I started working at Disney and doing this full-time, I realized that just drawing these letters was an art form in itself. So learning to do this is very key as well. Melvin. And so, yeah, you gotta learn every side of this because this stuff happens so fast that you gotta go. You gotta go and you gotta work as quick as you can. There we go. Let's go ahead and bring him back in here and bring up his opacity. And very quickly, just to save a little bit of time, let's go ahead and erase the excess lines that are hiding behind the letters here. And I'm just very quickly doing this. I don't even have the right brush at the moment in time. I should be using something that has a hard tip and not this stuff that's just really quickly, that's more of a blend mode. I don't want that, you know. So very quickly knocking this out. We can even get rid of this whole area here, and there you go. So there you go. That is a very, very quick draw of his face so far. Looks pretty decent. The next video that we're going to be doing is going to be taking this to color. And I'm excited to show that to you in our next video. I'm also going to show you another little thing that I would add to this to really make it pop if I have the time. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Tim Lee, and this is another Draw Too Much sketch lesson. If you did enjoy this, hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button so you get notifications when we put out new videos. And also, if you are willing to send some support my way, I got a Patreon account, patreon.com/Tim Lee Michael, if you enjoy these caricatures and learning how to draw caricatures. We'll see you next time right here on my channel. God bless you guys. See you next time.